The Olympic Games. They are a spectacle unlike any other. The Games captivate us, they inspire us. But where did these Games come from? To understand the Olympics, we need to go back in time. We need to travel to ancient Greece. The first recorded Olympic Games took place in 776 BC. They were held in Olympia, a sacred site. The Games were a tribute to Zeus. He was the king of the gods in Greek mythology. The ancient Greeks believed athletic prowess was a gift from the gods. To compete in the Olympics was to honor those gods. The ancient Games were more than just athletic competitions. They were a religious festival, a time for peace. Imagine a world without war. For the duration of the Games, all conflicts ceased. This allowed athletes and spectators to travel safely to Olympia. The ancient Greeks took great pride in the Games. They believed in the power of the human spirit, and they saw the Olympics as the ultimate test of strength, skill, and determination. The ancient Olympic Games were a sight to behold. Athletes from all over Greece came to compete. They pushed their bodies to the limit. They strived for glory. Victory brought fame and honor, not just to the athletes themselves, but to their city-states as well. The Games were held every 4 years. This 4-year period became known as an Olympiad. This is where we get the word Olympics. The events were designed to test the athletes' strength, speed, and agility. One of the most famous events was the Stadium. This was a foot race of about 200 meters. It was the only event at the first 13 Olympic Games. Other events were added over time. These included wrestling, boxing, chariot racing, and the pentathlon. Winning at the Olympics was the highest honor an athlete could achieve. Victors were treated like heroes. They received laurel wreaths and often had statues erected in their honor. The Olympics were a testament to the human spirit. They showcased the ideals of excellence, courage, and fair play. The ancient Olympic Games thrived for centuries. They were a symbol of Greek unity and culture, but all good things must come to an end. The Games began to decline in the 4th century AD. Several factors contributed to their downfall. The Roman Empire conquered Greece. The Romans brought their own traditions and values. They gradually lost interest in the Olympic Games. The Games lost their religious significance. They became more commercialized. This went against the original spirit of the Games. In 393 AD, Emperor Theodosius I banned the Games. Theodosius was a Christian. He saw the Games as a pagan festival. The ban marked the end of an era. The ancient Olympic Games, once a symbol of Greek glory, faded into history. Section 4. A vision revived Coubertin's dream. For centuries, the Olympic Games lay dormant. They were a distant memory, a legend, but the spirit of the Games never truly died. In the late 19th century, a French aristocrat named Pierre de Coubertin had a vision. Coubertin believed in the power of sport. He believed sport could promote peace and understanding. Coubertin traveled the world. He spoke about his vision of reviving the Olympic Games. He found a receptive audience. Many people shared his belief in the power of sport. In 1894, Coubertin founded the International Olympic Committee, or IOC. The IOC is the governing body of the Olympic Games. It sets the standards for the Games. It also selects the host city. Coubertin's dream was becoming a reality. The world was ready for the return of the Olympics. Section 5, the modern games begin. Athens, 1896. The first modern Olympic Games were held in Athens, Greece in 1896. It was a fitting tribute to the birthplace of the Games. The Games were a resounding success. Athletes from 14 nations competed in 43 events. The opening ceremony took place on April 6, 1896 at the Panathenaic Stadium. It was the first time the Games were held in a stadium. The stadium was packed with spectators. They were eager to witness the return of this ancient tradition. The 1896 Games were a watershed moment in Olympic history. They marked the beginning of a new era. The Games were no longer just a sporting event, they were a global phenomenon. Section 6, Triumph and Tragedy, Milestones and Challenges. The modern Olympic Games have experienced a rich history. They've celebrated incredible feats of athleticism, they've broken down barriers, they've provided a platform for nations to come together. But the Games have also faced their share of challenges. One of the most significant milestones in Olympic history was the inclusion of women. Women were not allowed to compete in the ancient Games. The first woman to compete in the modern Games was Charlotte Cooper of Great Britain. She competed in tennis at the 1900 Paris Games. The Olympics have also been a stage for political protests and boycotts. The 1936 Berlin Games were overshadowed by Nazi propaganda. The 1980 Moscow Games were boycotted by the United States. This was in protest of the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. Tragedy struck the Games in 1972. 11 Israeli athletes and coaches were killed by Palestinian terrorists at the Munich Games. The world mourned the loss of these innocent lives. The Munich massacre was a stark reminder that even the Olympics are not immune to the violence of the outside world. Section 7. The enduring legacy, a global spectacle. Despite the challenges the Olympic Games have endured, they continue to inspire and unite people from all walks of life. The Games have grown in scope and scale. Today, over 200 nations participate in the Summer and Winter Olympics. The Olympics are more than just a sporting event. They are a global celebration of human potential. They remind us that we are capable of achieving great things. They teach us the importance of sportsmanship, teamwork, and perseverance. The Olympic motto is Citius, Altius, Fortius. This translates to faster, higher, stronger. The motto reflects the spirit of the Games. It's a call to push our limits, to strive for excellence. The Olympic Games are a testament to the human spirit. They remind us that anything is possible if we dare to dream big.